Hi guys, back with another video for you today, and here I am still in Europe. I'm in Milan after Aix-en-Provence. I have an Aix-en-Provence update video coming up very soon. Stay tuned for that, probably early next week. But while I'm here, I discovered something that I wanted to do a quick video on, and these are on two fragrances that are really difficult to find, especially in the USA. But those of you that are here in Europe, mostly in France, and of course Italy as well, you're going to have an easier time finding these two fragrances if they are available. And I'm talking about YSL's BABYCAT, which I know a lot of you are trying to find a bottle of, and also DIOR HOMME PARFUM. DIOR's a really amazing masculine, well, I shouldn't say masculine, but male-targeted release, DIOR HOMME PARFUM. So I'm going to tell you what my experience was finding these fragrances here in Europe. If you're curious to learn about them, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yesterday I'm talking about YSL's BABYCAT and also DIOR HOMME PARFUM. Two very difficult to find fragrances in the States, but somewhat easier to find here in Europe. So I flew into Paris on the 12th of March and I spent a week there, and I had a fairly easy time buying bottles of DIOR HOMME PARFUM. The very first store I went to, Printemps, in the city center where all the shopping happens, I was able to buy 6 bottles of DIOR HOMME PARFUM. That's how many bottles they had in the drawer. They don't put the fragrance out, it's under. They don't have a tester, although they have the tester put away. You can ask for a tester, they'll bring it out, they'll spray it for you, and then you can, buy the fragrance if they have it, because they're not widely distributed, but available in France. So I was able to buy 6 fragrances, 6 DIOR HOMME PARFUMs there. In fact, I did an Instagram reel about it. Many of you were wondering what the deal was with that fragrance. So I don't think they're doing big batch releases of that fragrance, and it's not widely distributed, as I said. I went to plenty of Nocibé and Marionnaud stores, among a few Sephora stores while in Paris as well. I was not able to find any DIOR HOMME PARFUM. So it's only at official or authentic dealers of Dior beauty products. So at places like that, you should be able to find it. I did not check Galeries Lafayette. I checked Printemps and they only had 6. I took all 6 bottles they had. So the other story is with BABYCAT. YSL's BABYCAT, I had such a difficult time finding BABYCAT. In fact, I wasn't able to find it in France at all. I have various conversations with sales associates at Printemps, at Galeries Lafayette, and those are the only 2 stores I checked because I couldn't find any YSL boutiques that sold fragrances. The YSL boutique on the Rue Saint-Honoré didn't have fragrances, and they told me to go to Printemps or Galeries Lafayette. So those are the only places I checked, and it was really difficult to find BABYCAT. In fact, I was told by the associates at Printemps and Galeries Lafayette, you know what, I also went to the Le Bon Marché. Once again, there was no BABYCAT available either. So I got multiple stories. It's a very, very hot fragrance. Many people love it. And according to the sales associate, when they first dropped that fragrance, it wasn't really a popular fragrance, but all of a sudden it became popular. And so everybody was after it. So they keep running out of BABYCAT, and they're having a hard time producing more quantities of it. So I never found a bottle of BABYCAT in Paris, anywhere, nowhere. And I visited a couple of other cities in France. They were not big cities to have, YSL Le Vestiaire collection fragrances. In fact, I went to Lyon as well. That's probably one of the bigger cities I went to next to Paris. And I didn't see any of the Le Vestiaire collection at the Galeries Lafayette there. So I didn't have enough time to go to YSL boutique. So while I was in Lyon also, I went to the Dior fragrance boutique in their their shopping mall near the train station. And there, last year I bought a few Dior Privés, and this year I bought 4 more DIOR HOMME PARFUM fragrances. So I'm coming back to the States with 10 bottles of DIOR HOMME PARFUM. Easier to get now, but I've seen times when I've been to France where it's not as easy. And in fact, the Dior boutique in the shopping center by the train station in Lyon had probably around 8 or 9 more bottles of DIOR HOMME PARFUM. So those of you that are in the market for DIOR HOMME PARFUM, I think you can get it. You have to ask. They're put away, they're not displayed. Same thing that was happening at the Printemps boutique with the DIOR HOMME PARFUM was the same story with the Dior boutique, the Dior fragrance boutique in the shopping center in Lyon. She opened up drawers and she took out, I asked her how many she had. She said she had them, and she opened up the doors because she didn't know which drawer it was in, and finally found like a stack of them. So as I said, I bought 4, and she had probably around 8 or 9 more bottles. They are 150 euros each, so they've gone up in price. It's a 100 ml bottle, so the conversion makes them $165. So basically, I'm bringing back 10 bottles. And I'm going to raffle sell the 10 bottles to subscribers of my channel. So stay tuned for that. I will have the price and everything when I do the video, but I will have 10 bottles to sell with a randomizer or a raffle when I get back. So those of you that are hot to buy a bottle of DIOR HOMME PARFUM, stay tuned for that. Now let's go back to BabyCat. So as I said, I didn't find BabyCat anywhere in France whatsoever. So fast forward to Milan. I came to Milan for Aix-en-Provence, and during Aix-en-Provence I wasn't able to do much shopping. But yesterday, it was Tuesday, I went to the La Rinascente in Milan, and guess what? They had BabyCat there. So BabyCat was selling, and I asked the associate there, and she said they just brought back a bunch of bottles, and the 3 days prior. So Tuesday, so they probably brought it back at the end of March, or maybe at the very beginning of April, which is basically the stories I got while I was in France in regards to BabyCat. Some said at the end of April, some said at the beginning of April. So now it seems like at the beginning of April, BabyCat is out there. But the problem with BabyCat is they keep running out. So if you have friends coming to France or Italy, get them to buy bottles for you and take it back with them to give it to you or whatever. The store here in Milan, the La Rinascente department store, had, I think she said 11 or 13 bottles of BabyCat left. I bought 1 more bottle to bring back, but it's for me to keep, hidden away. But they do have bottles of BabyCat here for those of you that have friends visiting and things like that, for you to buy. And most likely, I feel like it's not just an Italy thing. I feel like they probably have bottles in France as well, and I'm assuming they manufacture all the fragrance, the juice, and then bottle it, and then they distribute it out to all the retailers they sell to. But I've been traveling since last June. The first part of the first trip I did to France and Italy, I was not able to find BabyCat anywhere. So in June, I found out while I was in Paris this trip, they said that it was exclusively launched as a exclusive fragrance for the Le Bon Marché department store. So the Printemps at that time didn't have it. So that's why I didn't find BabyCat at that time. On my second trip in September, I was able to find BabyCat at Galeries Lafayette, not Printemps. They do sell out. In fact, while I was in Amsterdam on that second trip, in September, they didn't have it in their department store there either. It's selling out everywhere. I mean, it just sells out really quickly. And there was this rumor out that it was discontinued. I believe, from what I found out, it had a launch in Canada, and it kind of, I guess it was pulled or discontinued in Canada. And while I was in the UK late December and early January, I got messages from folks saying that it's discontinued already. It's not discontinued because during my time in the UK, I was asking so many associates at Selfridges and Harrods, and they mentioned it's a very popular fragrance. It wouldn't get discontinued, blah, blah, blah. So here it is. I did find another bottle. It does sell out really fast. There's not a lot of bottles out there. And I was able to buy a bottle at the beginning of their drop or their, release of bottles. So if you're on the hunt for this fragrance, get it. I believe it's selling for 265 euros here in Italy. That's what I paid for it. It's a 100 ml bottle. They don't have the larger size of BabyCat like they do of Tuxedo. But I'm glad to have a second bottle. I'm not selling it. I will be selling the 10 bottles of Dior Homme Parfum. A lot of you are asking me to bring back bottles specifically for individual persons. I won't be doing that, I'm sorry, but there's way too many of you asking me for a bottle. So if I'm going to pick and choose certain people to bring back Dior Homme Parfum for, then it's going to upset others. So I'm going to raffle it off, and I will set a price plus shipping, PayPal, friends and family payment only. There's no other way I will do this, and you will receive the bottle as soon as I get payment for it. It will go fast, but stay tuned for that. And again, if you have friends or family traveling to Europe and you're looking for a bottle of Dior Homme Parfum or YSL's BabyCat, they're coming now, sometime very soon. Get them to buy a bottle for you because they have them here. Again, the Dior Homme Parfum is 150 euros, which converts to 165. I will be adding a price to it because it does cost me time and money and energy for me to pack everything and bring it back. So it's not going to be $165. It's going to be definitely more than $200, but I have to set a price when I get back. So you'll find out what the price is, and it's only going to be for one per person. So I'm not going to raffle off two for a person. In fact, if you are wanting a bottle, you might not be able to, end up being selected on the raffle of Dior Homme Parfum. But keep trying. It's one entry at a time. And I'll do it as soon as I get back. As I said, there's 10 bottles of Dior Homme Parfum, and I get back at the end of this week, and hopefully, next week sometime I'll do the raffling off of the Dior Homme Parfum bottles. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on Dior Homme Parfum and BabyCat. Do you have a bottle? Have you been wanting a bottle? Put a comment down so I can find out. One last thing I should say about BabyCat. I forgot to mention, it's never gotten a launch in the States. I don't understand why. There's all these rumors about people saying, well, the department stores have to buy a certain amount of the fragrance in order for YSL to sell it to the department store or to, make the deal or arrangement. But why is it this particular fragrance and not Lavalier? Lavalier got a launch last year, BabyCat didn't. This is just a weird kind of a distribution model that YSL is doing, or L'Oreal in this case, with this fragrance. I don't get it. I really don't get why they don't launch that fragrance at, in the USA. They did launch it in Canada. And of course, I went to the Canada YSL Beauty website while I was in the UK early this year. And I did notice I had a chat with someone there, and they did mention it was discontinued. But some of you have mentioned it's not really discontinued. It's still selling. Perhaps they have, bottles left that they're trying to get rid of or sell or whatever. But those are my thoughts. I'm going to do one more last thing. I was told by the sales associate who sold me BabyCat here in Milan at the La Rinascente. She said that a lot of the duty frees have been also fulfilled with new stock of BabyCat. So if there is a YSL, section of the duty frees at airports that sells the Le Vestiaire collection, you should be able to find it there as well. So those of you that are traveling and not necessarily coming to Europe, Italy, France, and you're going through a duty-free that has a big collection of fragrances, check at these places as well. Check for the BabyCat and also check for Dior Homme Parfum. Many of you are saying Dior Homme Parfum is available at duty-frees, and I've heard a lot of duty-frees in Europe all over, including Spain, Netherlands, and Finland, and various other cities, duty-frees. So if you're traveling at all and you're hot to buy these fragrances, definitely go there early enough to go see if you can find these fragrances, because it's very, very hard to find. Even in Europe, as I was saying, I wasn't able to find any BabyCat while I was in France. Thankfully, I was able to buy one extra bottle here while I'm in Italy. And then I'm coming back with a lot of suitcases, so this is going to be a bit challenging. I have no space left whatsoever. In fact, I've overfilled my suitcases, and I'm probably going to end up paying extra money for each of the suitcases because I've been here for almost a month, And I've bought a lot of things, not just perfume, things to bring back with me. And so the perfume is extra, and it weighs really, really heavy. Like it really has a major weight. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Just wanted to update you on both DIOR HOMME PARFUM and YSL's BabyCat. If you have your bottle, let me know what your thoughts are on these fragrances. And if you've been wanting a bottle of each, let me know. And again, as I said, next week I will do that raffle video. And I'm not giving away the bottles. I'm going to be charging for it. And I'll have a price at that time. And, as I said, I'll raffle it off. And the winners will be selected, via the YouTube. And I will give you 6 hours to send the payment. And if it doesn't get paid, I will select the next person. But either way, thanks so much for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. And one last thing I should say, I'm not at a really beautiful setting for a hotel at this time when I'm shooting this video. The last couple of videos I shot in the northern France, the hotel was amazing. It had a great background and also big windows. This hotel room has been a bit dark. In fact, I probably looked at 7 different rooms in this hotel because I wasn't happy with the first room that they gave me. So all of it seems to be dark, although very nice people working here. But the last hotel room where I shot the 2 videos, amazing light, major light. It was also on the water, and there was a lot of light coming in. And as you can see here, this room is pretty dark. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye.